And now, meteorologist Marty with Southern Colorado's most accurate forecast.
12:17, happy Friday. Building cumulus clouds across the area right now. Nothing threatening around Colorado Springs just yet, but we're cooking things up a little bit now. It's 71 degrees at overhead door near Powers and Galley. Nice little southeasterly wind. We still have some water in the air around here today. Pueblo West sitting at 74, also with a southeasterly breeze. A bit more sunshine at the moment right now. Walsenburg just dropped out. I was going to show you. Oh, there it is. See, it's playing with me. You can see some of the taller clouds now developing across the Spanish Peaks, and it's just south of there that one of the first thunderstorms in southern Colorado has developed. Now, yesterday at this time, I was showing this map, and we had dew point temperatures in the lower 40s along the Front Range. Notice today they're in the low to mid 50s. And so again, this is an indication that there's just more water in the atmosphere for us to work with today. And so we think that's going to migrate that threat for severe weather to right up against I-25. And through 3 o'clock, you see some cells here popping off the interstate and heading eastward. These could be producing severe weather by this time. The yellows on the map also indicative of some potential for some heavy rain. So if any of these interact with the burn scars, that could be problematic too. As these go east, they should expand in coverage. These will produce very heavy rain, could produce some very large hail and some strong wind gusts. We couldn't rule out an isolated tornado, though that's probably not the main threat we're going to see from these storms, but they'll continue eastward through the evening and eventually move off into Kansas. Now, Skycast shows that by 9 o'clock, we've cleared everything out across the Front Range. There could be some outflow boundaries, some cool air that comes out of these storms that slides up against the mountains and kicks off a few showers. So I just don't want you to think you're going to walk out here at 7 or 8 o'clock and be in the clear everywhere. It's not necessarily true. Through midnight or so, I think we'll just have some patchy low clouds, and we should be quiet for much of the rest of the night. Though, like this morning, we couldn't rule out a few late night showers somewhere across eastern Colorado. They'd be pretty spotty late tonight, and they wouldn't be severe. 40s and 50s for most areas along and west of the interstate. 50s to near 60 out across the southeastern plains. And guess what? We're going to do this again tomorrow. Get some sunshine for a few hours in the morning, start to cook up the atmosphere. Skycast fires up the thunderstorms again in the afternoon. Again, tomorrow, storms could be kind of slow moving. Have plenty of water to work with, so flash flooding on the burn scars will be a significant concern if any of these storms were to track over one of them. And then, of course, there could be some threat for severe weather. Highs will reach the 60s and 70s, so we'll take the temperature down another notch tomorrow with added cloud cover and water in the atmosphere. How about the next 7 days? What are the changes looking like? Well, I mean, they exist. We think that eventually we're going to start to warm things up. It's not likely to happen prior to Monday, though. Starting Monday, we should be mostly dry, and then we'll work into the 80s Tuesday and Wednesday. Could then pick up some scattered showers and thunderstorms with a late week cold front. A little tough to time that exactly, but right now Thursday would appear the day most likely to bring us another round of storms. Pueblo, 70s through Sunday, then we'll get you into the 80s Monday and Tuesday, probably 90s on Wednesday before that next little front comes in at the end of next week. As far as the weekend storms are concerned, about a 20% coverage. So again, they're hit and miss. I'm not promising you're all going to get rain or, the sky's falling on everybody here, but there will be some strong cells out there, and some of them will pack some punch. Canyon City, you're going to have 70s through the weekend too, so comfortably cool temperatures. We'll figure out about a 30% coverage on the storms for you. Look for 80s Monday and Tuesday, up to around 90 on Wednesday. Then we'll fall back into the 80s with a chance for some thunderstorms at the end of next week. Teller County looking for lower 60s for highs this weekend, and that'll be briefly. Once the storms develop, you'll fall back into the 50s and at times maybe 40s. So it will be pretty cool. I don't think the threat for severe weather is going to be quite as high over the mountain areas as it will be for those of us along and east of I-25, but you could still pick up some heavy rain, at least some small hail and some gusty wind. And, it's not impossible that a storm will briefly produce some penny-sized hail or something. But, we're talking golf balls and baseballs with the storms yesterday. That's kind of what we're most concerned about, and I think that becomes more likely as you head east.
All right. That's one of those days we can kind of sum things up in one word: unsettled.
Yeah, and right on through the weekend.
Thanks, Marty.
You're welcome.